Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Introduce myself. My name is Farija Noviana from class 6B with NPM 23110400035. And today I will discuss about misunderstanding between different cultures in subject cross-cultural understanding. So, the misunderstanding between different cultures is how two people from different cultures can misunderstand each other during a conversation, even when they have the same language, like English or maybe Indonesian. And my reason why I choose this topic because in real life we often see people clash or feel uncomfortable not because they have bad intention but because sometimes they have do not understand each other because they having different cultures. In a chapter on intercultural communication, according to Edward Hall, 1959 and 1979, there are six key characteristics of culture. The first is culture is subjective, and everyone views the world through their own culture or lens. What is considered polite and normal in our country might be seen as strange or rude in another country. The second, culture always changes over time. Culture is not static, but rather constantly changing or do something sometimes slowly. This change occurs to communication between individuals who bring their past experience with them. The third is culture is largely invisible. Physical things like language or clothing are visible, but the deeper meanings behind them are hidden. We only become aware of these cultural rules in two situations. First, when someone breaks those custom or practices, or when we interact directly with foreign culture or cross-cultural contact. The fourth is cultural influence by media. Media extend the reach of message across time and space, spreading the cultural perspectives of their creators around the world, thus exerting its own influence. And the fifth, cultural depends on communication. Communication serves as a bridge and driver of cultural change, increasing tolerance and explaining how humans adapt to new environments. And culture is shaped by communication. The main focus is how to use communication to help humans adapt effectively without losing their cultural identity. Next is communication analysis. The first is visual communication. As the name suggests, is communication through visual aids. It is the transmission of ideas and information in forms that can be read or looked upon. The second is verbal communication. Dialogue or verbal communication is a conversation between two or more entities in which they use their speech organs to convey message. Verbal misunderstanding happens due to difference in word meanings or speaking styles. In the chapter on the interaction in culture, it means that we misinterpret someone's attitudinal information or indexical information through the way they manage chat interaction. For example, the word yes uh, in Americans mean I agree, but for many Asians, yes often just means I listening to, not agree incorrectly, to maintain politeness. The third is a nonverbal communication. Uh, in nonverbal communication, the process of communicating through sending and receiving wordless message. So I have a review before about the movies with title Outsourced 2006. We can see on YouTube, and we can see the nonverbal communication happen with the American people with Indians people. So let's check the scene.
Good.
Todd uses his left hand to pick up a food. cultural misunderstanding happens in this scene is when in America eating with the left or right hand it's unacceptable. However, in India, eating with the left hand, it means in front of others, is seen as unhygienic and disrespectful from Indian people. Next is politeness. Standard of politeness vary. For example, we can see in all such movies.
Two
Let's check.
one. That's a burger brand. Americans eat a lot of beef, and some people like to burn their initials into their food with a red hot iron before they eat it.
Why?
It's like a cattle brand. You know, the thing you use to burn a symbol into a cow with? No, in America, that's how you keep track of your cow, is branding.
With a red hot iron?
Yeah.
But wouldn't the cow run away?
Oh, no, we only do it to baby cows. When they're, small enough to hold them down.
Okay, for Indians people, this is not the polite because cows are scared animals or cultural taboo. For the majority of people in India who practice Hinduism, cows are scared animals. Touching, harming, or eating beef is strictly taboo and strictly forbidden. When Todd casually mentioned hamburger meat or beef in front of the class, or meeting, the Indian employees immediately show expression of shock, discomfort, and disgust. And then that comes from an American culture where eating beef is a daily norm, so to him the product is completely normal and fun to sell. However, because Todd did not do enough cultural research about his host country, he accidentally violates local cultural sensitivity and threatens his employees the psychological comfort phase. In another scene from Outside's movie, we can see the example from sounds and rhythm happen in American style and Indian style.
And based on the customer complaints we've been having, it's a culture thing. Basically, you people need to learn about America. Now, it's all about bringing down the MPI. Things go faster if the customer feels they're talking to a native English speaker.
Okay, for this scene, Indians people employees try to sell American product, offer the pun, and then American customer frequently hang up angrily because thinking the callers are robots or scammers, and then Todd has to train them on how to forward and apply American word stress. And then cultural understanding happens in the scene because Indians employees speak English using a flat syllable time rhythm. For Americans who are used to a stressed time rhythm or up and down based on word emphasis, the flat Indian accent sounds rigid too fast and insecure, which triggers misunderstanding for them. Okay, from this video project, I learned that when talking to foreigners, we should not judge quickly or take things personally if they seem rude or weird. It might just be because their culture is different. And then this project makes me more patient and aware that learning a language is not enough. We must also learn its culture. And then the conclusion, cross-cultural misunderstanding happens because we communicate using our own culture rules, which are not always the same as others. The key to successful intercultural communication is mutual respect, lowering our ego, and being willing to understand other people's body language and speaking styles. Okay, that's all from my explanation, everyone. I hope this video can help you more understand about cross-cultural understanding. And thank you for watching my video. Have a nice day. Goodbye, everyone.